What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Palworld Feybreak video, and today guys we'll be going over all of the brand new skills that they have introduced in the Feybreak update. Now a lot of these are specific to an individual pal, so we're going to go through each of them. Let me know which one your favorite is, and if you find yourselves enjoying the video guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Palworld content. So first off, we have Vanweam. Now Vanweam has a new attack, and that new attack is Flame Breath. So that is it there. He charges forward and he pretty much breathes out the fire in a radius around him. This is a new skill that you can see just here. It does have a power of level 90, and it does also provide a burn to the target. So it is his exclusive skill, and you can see that it advances while breathing fire from its mouth. Now Vanweam Christ also got a new skill, pretty much the exact same as the standard Vanweam. This is Tempest Blizzard, where it does the exact same thing, moving forward while breathing ice, and it has the same damage amount as the standard Vanweam, 90 damage. Next up, we have Aagon with Fire Fist Breathstorm. It's 130 power with a 30-second cooldown, and this is a very badass skill. There it is there. So he punches forward twice, and then he does a breath attack underneath him, dealing damage to any in the vicinity around him. Next up, we have Marra with Spirit Dash. So while running slowly, it continuously launches flickering fireballs towards the enemy with 90 power. There it is there. And those balls will then deal damage or lock onto targets and float after them. So Marra's new ability, very cool. Next up, we have Verdash's ability, which is Spinning Roundhouse, dealing 90 damage. So he obviously doesn't have a saddle, so we're going to command him to attack aggressively, and that is it just there. That first one that he did is his Spinning Roundhouse attack. That's obviously not his Spinning Roundhouse attack, but it was a very quick movement that he did. Let's see if we can get him to do it again on this Rubunny down here. It is also on a slight cooldown, so obviously he's not going to be able to do it repeatedly like the kicks that he does. There is the Spinning Roundhouse kick again. So they are the first lot. Let's move on to the next lot. So next up we have Univolt's new unique skill, Lightning Gale. So this generates bolts of lightning all around while charging at its target with a power of 60 and a cooldown of 8 seconds. Let's pop that off and you'll see it go down. There you go there. And we've got the lightning that follows us and goes off in a radius around us. It's actually a pretty good ability to have. I feel like it would do a lot of damage. It's a pretty cool looking ability too. Next up, we have Blazehouse's new unique ability, which is Volcanic Fang. So with momentum, it pounces mercilessly on the enemy and causes an explosion of fire at the point of impact, which sounds pretty damn badass. So let's pop that there. And you can see there he does run forward and then pounces. I'm guessing if there were enemies that we run into, they would get hit by it. Let's try it out on this Relaxosaurus just over here. There you go, and you can see there was the shorter dash into the pounce and the bite. So a pretty cool ability, definitely one to put on Blazehouse if you do use him in your party. Next up, we have Ragnar Hawk with Rush Beak. This is another skill, so very similar to some of the other flyers that we had. While flapping forward, it strikes with his beak to ignite fires in front, right, and left, causing a small explosion with a power of 85. Here we go, let's test it out on this Relaxosaurus who so willingly donated himself. Okay, so it's a pretty cool ability. It does move very quickly. So obviously if you blink just then, you're gonna miss it. Here it is here again. So it kind of just stabs forward with his beak, dealing explosions around him, which is, I mean, it's still pretty cool. These guys didn't have exclusive skills before, so it's a benefit regardless, I think. Next up, we have B-Guard's unique skill. So B-Guard's unique skill is Needle Spear. So charges at the enemy at high speed, delivering a final thrust with spear. So let's throw B-Guard out. We had a couple of Rubunnies over here that we were going to try and practice on, but they decided to run away when they saw me. B-Guard, yep, stop cutting the tree down. Come kill the Rubunnies for me, please. I'm going to say that was definitely the Needle Spear, charging forward and stabbing into the Rubunny, because it wasn't its little air dash attack. So that's B-Guard's one. Unfortunately, you can't ride B-Guard to showcase it off 100%, but still, pretty cool skill. Next up, we have Beacon. Now, Beacon, very similar to Ragnar Hawk's. We've got Lightning Dive. So first, it strikes the enemy's location with lightning. Then while gliding forward, it drops lightning to the left and right. So let's go ahead and pop Lightning Dive over here on these poor unsuspecting Rubunnies. That is a very cool ability. That's definitely one of the more flashier ones. I really like that one. So that was Beacon's new ability, Lightning Dive. So next up we have Rayhound's unique ability, Beck Lightning. So summons lightning one after another in front, then charges forward at high speed through the gaps between the falling bolts with 65 power. And here it is here in all its glory. There's a pretty cool skill as well. Very similar to Univolt's ability, but still nonetheless very cool. Next up is Yman Tide here with Slither Slam. So this sounds like a very fun ability. This has quite a lot of power to it as well at 145. So letting out a roar, it charges towards the enemy, twisting its water-covered body as it advances. Let's pop this and take a look at it in action. That is a very cool ability to have. That's definitely worth getting, if you ask me. Next up, we have Yman Tide Ignis with, once again, Magma Serpent. So very similar to Yman Tide. It has the exact same power, has a slightly different description. Twisting its fire-covered body makes sense. So let's go ahead. I'm going to assume the animation is pretty much the same, just with fire involved. Let's go ahead and pop that. And you can see, Jesus, the slither goes for a very long distance. That is quite far. We have gone quite far from our base, but that's still a pretty cool ability. Now, next up, we have Cryolink's ability, which is the Blizzard Claw. So at first, it strikes with its claws, followed by a second slash, and culminates with a powerful slash using its entire body. When singing, the claw's ice pillars are launched forward in a fan shape with 85 power. That is definitely the attack, and that is a very cool ability to have. So that is Cryolink's Blizzard Claw. Next up, we have Wumpo with Snowballing. So this has a power of 100, and it rolls a snowball as it moves forward, and when it grows large enough, it throws it to cause an explosion. Let's get it into action here. Okay, that's very satisfying to use. So I do like how these are quite big movement-based abilities as well for such like large mobile guys. It does give them a little bit of a dash or a movement speed boost to actually get around. So next up we have Wumpo Botan, which is very similar to Wumpo's one. Instead of an ice ball, it's a grass ball, and then it explodes. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, those are all of the new unique skills for individual powers, but we do have 3 new skills as well, just general ones. So the first one is Stonebeat. Now, this is a new Earth skill, and it does sound very cool. It has a power of 170, so it is quite powerful, and you can see there, shakes the ground and lifts a massive boulder into the air. It is on quite a long cooldown, so do keep that in mind if you're going ahead and using it. But let's get that in action. Oh my god. That is a very cool ability. Not gonna lie, that was pretty badass. Now, the next skill is Poison Shower, and this is a new dark skill. So you can see there, focuses energy into the body and scatters poison orbs in all directions. So let's go ahead and use that. And you can see that is the new Poison Shower ability. We then have the new Dragon type ability, and that is Charge Cannon. So Charge Cannon has a power of 140, and you can see there, fires an energy orb infused with draconic power at the enemy. The orb causes a wide area explosion upon impact. So let's go ahead and fire that. Pretty cool. I mean, it's not the coolest ability, but it's still a very cool, unique ability. So those are all of the new active, unique skills that you can get in the new Feybreak update. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.